baby. Now I'm talking about. Alright, let me get serious. It's Cooper. I come through and show 'em how to do.
What up, everybody? Major Pain here, helping you out with some of the challenges through Magic the Gathering. So we'll start off here on the first challenge. It's a basic white deck versus a basic green deck. Thing about green decks is they've always had beefies, big strong creatures. White has been known to have little white creatures, but most of them have flying. So here I'll show you that none of his creatures have flying, so they can't block my flyer. And he has double strike, which means he'll attack twice. So as long as I get him up to 7 power and 7 toughness, well, 7 toughness doesn't matter, but as long as I get him up to 7 power and he hits twice, it'll do 14, which will knock him down to 0. So here you'll see me put Angelic Blessing on him twice, which will give him +6/+6, making him the 7/7. And that's all the only creature you need to attack with. As you watch this video and you're completing the challenges, make sure you follow the same steps I do, because this game has a little bit of a way of holding people back by not allowing them to tap their own mana. So especially when you get to the multicolored decks. So here we got the basic red deck versus the basic white deck, and game's pretty close, one life to 2 life. First thing you want to do here is you want to use your threaten on one of his creatures. Allows me to take control of it for a turn. So I'll take a look at his creatures. I'll see that he has a 3/4 flyer, 1/1 ground that allows him to gain 1 life for every creature that's played. And then 4/4 flyer that doesn't tap when he attacks. So I don't want him to gain life, so I'm gonna threaten his 1/1 that allows you to gain 1 life for each creature that is put into play. Because I'm gonna play this Raging Goblin here, and I didn't want him to have 2 health. Because as you'll see here, that when I attack, he's gonna block 2 creatures. And he's gonna want to. You're gonna want to at least have an extra creature to break through, so you can get that 1 damage. And here you see he blocks 2 people, so then my goblin gets through, thanks to his haste. Alright, next we get into basic green versus basic green. Now, normally this would be an interesting matchup, pretty equal, and as you can see, it's 8 life to 5 life. Right here, the thing that is key is this Elvish Piper. Allows you to put a creature card into play from hand by only using 1 green mana. This guy right here gives all my creatures trample, so, and then I have all these buffs. So I don't care if one of my creatures gets blocked. I'm just gonna pump all those buffs into one of them and allow the trample to take effect. So here I'll put the Elvish Piper, use the Elvish Piper to put the 5/4 that gives everybody trample. And then I'll go to attack phase and I'll swing with all the Grizzly Bears. And then when he declares his blockers, you want to wait until he declares his blockers, because you don't want to do it on the wrong guy. You're going to stop the clock, and then you're going to use it on the bears that is being defended by the weakest defender. So I do it against the 2/2. So that now makes my bear an 11/11. No. Yeah, 11/11. It's allowing me to get that extra damage in there. Puts him at -1, allows me to win. Alright, now we have a basic black versus a basic red. Now, this black deck, I used to play this black deck. It's a Magrim deck. Bases its whole deck on damage dealing by making your opponent discard cards. So you see the Magrim. I already have a Magrim out in play. So you're going to want to throw down this other Magrim. Well, I'm going to show you here that he doesn't have any flyers. And I have the Abyssal Spectra, which also makes them discard when it deals damage. So I'm going to want that Magrim out there. So now whenever he discards a card, he takes 4 damage. And now I'm going to play the Ravenous Rats, making him discard a card. I'll knock him down to 15. And then you're going to want to swing with everybody that you can. One of these guys, the 8/8, has fear. Means he can't be blocked by non-black creatures or artifact creatures. So he chooses his defenders. That'll deal 2, that'll deal 8. He's now at 5. Blocked. Takes 1, he's at 4. Blocked. Now he's got a discard for the Abyssal Spectra, which Magrim will do 2 damage for each one, knocking him down to 0. Alright, and now the next deck, it's a green-black deck. It's the elf deck, basically. And you're playing against a black deck. And right now, his big threat is Nightmare, which is a 7/7 flyer at the moment. You'll see here in a second. And then you got these 2 smaller elves. Now normally these guys aren't going to do anything. I mean, as soon as I put them in, they're going to be just in there for special abilities. There's another elf. I have a card in play where if I play an elf, I believe, I get a 1/1 elf token. And then I have this one, I put a +1/+1 counter on a creature for each elf I control. So I want to get as many elves out as I can this turn. And then I have this guy, which can only be blocked by walls or creatures with flying. And he's got 1 creature with flying, Nightmare. And then I showed you this card right here. It's going to get rid of Nightmare. It kills a non-elf creature. Alright, first I'm going to play my elves. As you see, I got a 1/1 elf token for playing an elf. And now I'm going to get another 1/1 elf token for playing an elf. And then this is also considered an elf. And I'm going to choose this Nightmare. Kill off his Nightmare. And now he doesn't have a flyer to block my Elven Riders. Elven Riders right now is a 3/3. So now if I use this ability here, it's going to give me +1/+1 for each elf counter, allowing my Elven Riders to be a 13/13. Which is exactly enough damage to win this match. And that's all you need to attack with. You could attack with more if you feel like it, but really no need. They're just gonna get blocked anyways. Alright, now we're at challenge 7 or 6. 6. Challenge 6. It's a basic blue deck versus a basic red deck. He's at pretty low health. I have control of one of his creatures already. And this one, whenever you tap it, deals 1 damage to target creature or player. And I have a 2/2 on the board, which I don't think I showed, but it is unblockable. It's a 2/2. So right now I'm for sure to get 2 through, and 1 damage for the pinger. Now another thing is Goblin King. Goblin King gives all goblins +1/+1 and Mountain Walk. So here you'll see I'll boomerang my own spell back to my hand so I can steal his goblin, but first I'm going to use his ability. I'm going to end up taking this goblin, which is 2/2, and it'll have Mountain Walk when I steal it. So that'll give me the last 2 damage that I need. So make sure you use his ability first. Choose player. And then choose Chandra. Then you're going to boomerang your persuasion back. Make sure you click on the enchantment, not the 1/1 that I tapped already. Now you're going to play persuasion. And you're going to jack his 2/2 goblin with haste. It's going to stay 2/2 because Goblin King is still out. And it's going to keep Mountain Walk. And now I'm going to attack with the Mountain Walk and the guy who can't be blocked. I think it's called phasing or something like that. No, it just says Phantom Warrior is unblockable. And that's going to be the exact 4 damage that I need. There is multiple ways to do these. I've seen a few of them where I had alternate options. Alright, here we're on deck number 7, or challenge number 7. Now this one is one of those where I think it matters if you play it in a certain order. So here he's got, I have Tear, and I don't like his 5/5 blocker that he has out there. I need to get rid of one of his creatures, and that's probably the best one to get rid of, because the other one's black, so I can't get rid of that one. And I want one that he can block with, so then he has one less blocker. Then I'm going to use his ability to take out my own Sprouting Thinerax. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because my opponent has Coat of Arms in play. So what's going to happen is I'm going to get 3 more. I'm going to get 3 more Saprolings, and then Coat of Arms is going to make my other 3 Saplings 6/6s for it. So here I'm going to take out the Elvish Rider, or the Elvish Champion, and then I'm going to swing with everything. You want to make sure you swing with everything. Here, skip the phase, go to attack, swing with everything. Alright, now it's going to give you the ability to use the dragon. You have 4 mana open, so you want to make sure you hit creature and then choose your own creature. And then you're going to choose 3. And now it's going to put 3 more Saprolings in, making your other 3 Saplings 6/6s. Coat of Arms is nice. Thank you very much. Smack them around a bit. And you see all this big damage go through, allowing me the victory.